Hello, and welcome to Game Roulette on Huetopia, a community channel by BIMPOC by BIMPOC. This is Game Roulette, which is a one-shot actual play series with a large rotating cast. Um, I don't want to start with myself first with introductions because I'm around here a lot. So I'm gonna start with someone else first. Ting, why don't you introduce yourself? Just tell us who you are, where we find you. Yeah.
Ting, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. It's all at dting1000.
Thank you. Connie, go ahead.
Heck yeah, I am Connie. My pronouns, as you can see, are they, he, and she. You can find me on Twitter at by Connie Chong, by like the author, by Connie Chong instead of bisexual, though I am both. You can also find me on Transplanar RPG on Twitter, Twitch, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, everything. It is my side project, a all trans POC led 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons live stream, but we are trying to transition out of 5th edition and make our own system due to everything that's been going on. So give us a listen, a watch if that is interesting to you.
All right, thank you. And I'm Morgan. My pronouns are they, them, and she, her interchangeably. You can find me here on alternating Wednesdays with Kahania, which is the Quest Stars and Mean stream that Miriam leads. I do podcast stuff. I do live streams. I'm around. I do things, but enough about me. I really want to talk about this game and get into this game. What we're playing is Fiasco by Bully Pig Games, which is basically how this sounds is a fiasco. It's a oh gosh, I know it's a Coen Brothers movie. That's the name I was trying to think of earlier, where things start, everything's mundane, and slowly things start unraveling and become a fiasco. So with that, we went ahead and chose what we want to play, which is Poppleton Mall. I am looking for my notes. Let me tell you what Poppleton Mall is. A retail wonderland. It's time to make a trip to Poppleton Mall for the best in shopping, entertainment, and dining. From Arapahoe of leather goods to T Esquire, from the Poppleton 8 multiplex to our beautiful glass atrium, Poppleton Mall truly has something for everyone. Join us for the holidays when Santa reigns over his throne and the atrium rings with the sounds of merrymaking from the magical Winterland stage. Your children will always remember their visit to Poppleton Mall Santa Land. Words are hard. But so that's our scenario. It's Christmas inspired because time is a concept and we can do holidays whenever we want.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, Ting, Connie, have y'all played Fiasco before?
Zilch, zero, nada.
I have not.
I'm excited then because it's such a good game in my opinion, but that's just me in my opinion. All right, so basically with that, we pick our scenarios, things we choose what we do. So we chose our scenario was Poppleton Mall. Now what we're going to do is set up our connections, our relationships between people. I have dealt y'all out some cards, so if you want to take a moment to read through them if you haven't already. And if there's anything on those scenarios that or those cards that you don't want to play with, Fiasco does have what's it called? A safety tool. That's what the word is, saying let's not. So if you don't want to play it, just say let's not, and we'll just skip it, move on, live our lives the best we can. So I got the hiccup. Excuse me. Oh. So yeah, go ahead and read your cards. Have any questions about anything? Just ask us. It's a very loosey goosey game, as y'all can tell.
I see. So the cards are what's above our little avatars in Roll20, right?
Yeah. So
like
you click on the 15. You open it up, and then you can click on the cards to make them bigger.
Oh, so these like determine our character, right?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
So
Cool.
first round we're going to do relationships between each other. So
Okay.
if you just want to look at those first, and I can just explain what I have first. Honestly, if it makes it better if y'all want to hear, because
Yes,
since there's
please.
3 of us, we're all connected to everybody. So like we can figure out what we want to do, and then whoever we choose a connection with will go in that circle.
Got it.
So for my relationships, I have a work. We're slackers. I have another one that's bad friends. They owe you their job. Oof. Another one that is family, which is siblings. And then another work one is an employee and a regular customer. I think that's all I have.
Cool. So do we get to choose a relationship that we want to have with you?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on? Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if we want to go clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever. I kind of put me in the corner because I don't want to be on top. So we can either go clockwise and I can go like set up a relationship with Ting and then Ting with you and so on.
Got it.
Or we can go counterclockwise and you and I, Connie, can like talk about relationships, but also too, you have relationship cards that we can also discuss. So I don't have to be the only one like choosing out pulling from my hand.
Uh-huh. So, oh wow, these relationship cards are pretty feisty.
This game is pretty feisty.
I would really love it if because if we went clockwise, and would you decide the relationship between you and Ting's character, and then Ting would. It's
more of like, I think this would be best for both of us, and be like, yeah, okay, let's work it out and see how it goes. Good. Sort of thing. Yeah.
So when you play your relationship card, is it? It's establishing your relationship.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll put the relationship cards between us. So I made us lines so we can actually see like where the connections are. It.
Yeah.
So I would actually I'm gonna just put one out on the table just so y'all can see it. Light really big. And so I'm gonna just move it and be like, boom, it's in between us. This is where it is, right here.
Got it. Okay. This is making sense.
This is our relationship.
Yes.
And then from that we can make notes like saying what kind of like coworkers we are, where we work, and just like that's what you do with actual Fiasco. You'll have like cards that you write on and like have notes on them.
Mm-hmm.
So since we're not at an actual table and don't have pieces of paper, we'll just have this blank canvas to write on.
Cool. Okay, it's making sense to me now. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, it's we had to do a test run because I'm still learning the system here.
Cool.
Yeah. So Ting, did you have any relationships that you're really intrigued by on your end or with your cards? I'm going to start with you. I'm going to make clockwise because I'm a circle.
I was looking at crime, drug dealer, and best customer.
Drug dealer, best customer.
I am in for that if you want to do it. All right. If you can drag it onto the table you want and stick it in between us. But the question is, who's the customer and who's the drug dealer? And what's the product?
It's probably low quality marijuana.
Low quality marijuana.
That's that good skunk kush.
Are we like young adults or teenagers? Because like that sounds like what what mall. Oh my god, is this mall rats just straight?
Oh my god.
Am I Jay or Silent Bob?
I don't know. Which one do you want to be? Or you can do your own. It's fine. I will type in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Low grade marijuana or cannabis. Let's do cannabis. I will figure out how to make this bigger so we can read it. Amy, can y'all read that?
Yep. Yes, okay. I can see it.
Okay, I'm just going to put it there. So who is the drug dealer on our end? Ting, is it you or me, or who's the little customer?
I can be a drug dealer.
You want to be a drug dealer? All right.
Yeah.
All right. I will be your loyal customer. I'm gonna make a note for you. All right, so we'll figure out more details later between our relationship. If you and Connie want to talk about what y'all got.
Whoa, should I bring up a card on my end, or should Ting bring up?
Yeah, do I play on my turn? Do I play one or two cards?
You just
play two, right?
Y'all just talk about which card you have, honestly, and then it's just establishing a relationship because y'all are just trying to figure out what y'all want to play together and what seems best.
So other ones I have are good friends, work buddies. Good friends, join in a secret cause. Bad friends, hero and chump. Family, parent and stepchild. And crime, till tapping register thieves.
Oh, interesting. Mine are romance, married, but the clock is ticking. Family bonded in a cult. Romance, divorced, but still a couple. Crime, shoplifter and employee. Romance, manager and employee. And bad friends, bitter rivals. I personally want to do married, but the clock is ticking. I want to be like the wife, you know? Like I know that you like deal shitty weed to teenagers, and I'm like, is this the life that I'm signed up for? Like low key, that's what I want. If that's okay with you.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, there's a age discrepancy between us, right?
There can be. Yeah, it depends on how old you're imagining your character. And yeah, Morgan, you can just resize that. However,
Yeah, I got you.
Needs to happen. Great.
Married by the clock is ticking.
Go married to Ting's character.
Are you like old, like 20 years older or something, Connie? Or
Oh my goodness, I don't know. I was imagining a woman in her like early 40s,
okay.
perhaps. So depending on how old Ting's character is.
Yeah, I was imagining myself as he would be like early 20s.
That's so funny. I love that. I think maybe we met. Maybe I like taught you at like community college or something.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't know. So
yeah, I was taking a like a computer networking class, trying to get into IT, but didn't work out. But I met you.
Met in community college. Sure. You were taking took a computer IT class. I like to write notes if you haven't noticed.
Yeah. You can also write notes into the game itself if it makes it easier. You can you can hit the I and then there's like a little text area and type in the text.
Oh, cool. Okay, good to know.
But I don't know how you delete it, so like that's another thing.
Oh right, I wouldn't want to like make a typo or accidentally put something up there. Yeah, I think I might just like scribble in my notebook for now, but I like that idea. I think what's funny about this relationship to me is the fact that it's probably been going on for, I don't know if it'd be funnier if we've only been married for like a year and the clock is ticking, or if we've been together like since you were 18 or something.
I think a year. Let's go with a year.
Sounds good. Yeah, we've been married a year and we fucking hate it. I'm all about it. Cool.
So why is the clock ticking then? Are you wanting to have kids or like?
That's a great question. I think that can perhaps be answered based on our relationship.
Okay, yeah, we can work on ours. Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a peek at it.
I'm gonna look at mine again. Mine are bad friends that owe you their job, family, siblings, work, employee, and regular customer, which I don't think will work here, and then work slackers. So those are mine. What were yours again?
Let's see. I have family bonded in a cult. Romance, divorced, but still a couple. Ooh.
Are you doing like a love triangle thing?
Oh my god. Wait. Crime, shoplifter and employee. Romance, manager and employee. Ooh, so like a cheating situation. And bad friends, bitter rivals. I have a lot of romance cards.
That's awesome. I think the love triangle is actually pretty fun.
I'm into it. Yeah, I think the love triangle. Do folks feel good about like a cheating subplot or like a old flame thing?
I like old flame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Divorced, but still a couple.
Yeah, like we're divorced, but we're like really good friends and like.
Yep. I love that.
So that means like I'm probably maybe not exactly your age, but maybe just younger. But I also buy the dank ass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I that's all I can afford on mall salary. All right, well that's relationships. Next thing we're going to do is establish needs, locations, and objects. Because there's 3 of us, we should just establish one need, one location, one object, just to make it easier between us. These needs are basically just like needs means like this is something that we need to do. Objects are like something that links us together, and locations are like where you can find us all the time.
Cool.
Yeah. Go ahead and look through those real quick.
Which one should we do first? And for needs, is that like one per person, or
It's just one for the table.
Got it?
Yeah. And it is between, you know, the relationship between each other, not like a need for the table, but like a need between Ting and Connie, or myself and Ting, or you and myself
Got
and
it.
Connie. Yeah. The first one I clicked was just in my face, so like I just need to talk about it for a second. The need is to get away with crossing the Satanist one last time.
Crossing the sickness?
Satanist.
The
Satanist.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. That's just the first one. I clicked on it. I was like, wait, what?
Let's see. Okay. I'm just like looking at all of these.
Yeah. And what we're going to use too is even if we don't use them like in our connections, like that's the reason why we're connected. We're probably going to use them like maybe a bit later because you can always use them as like ideas of like things, like locations. You can like, I don't know where to set the scene. Okay, I'll set it at this place because I see it right here.
Got it. I have a need that I would like to bring up between my character and yours, Morgan.
Oh, okay. What
the need is to get even with a family member. I think it's why I'm with Ting's character. I'm like, all right, I got this like young side piece. Like, I'm like the best thing you never had. Like, you thought you dodged a bullet, but here I am thriving. But I actually I'm like hating this relationship I'm in, but I continue to be in it because I want to get even. I want to get back at you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that. That's great.
Cool. I'm going to throw it up there.
I got you.
Thank you.
All right. So that leaves, we just need an object and a location now.
For the two of us, or for like the
No.
game?
So it's either for you, Connie and Ting, or myself and Ting have to do that. So
got it. Yeah. Oh, I understand now. I see.
Yes,
I see.
Okay, so I don't play a need. It's just
no, but you can always have them in your back pocket, like where if you like
Gotcha.
if you are out of ideas of what to run, you can just look through your stuff and like, oh, that need sounds pretty cool. I could use that for a scenario or something, you know.
So like if I choose a location, it would be for the need. Just where it happens.
Yeah, I mean you can like for example, I'm just looking real quick at my locations. I don't have anything good. Sorry, I was just like, but like for example, I have like one of the things I'm looking at is a valuable, which is an object. The keys to Baldwin Jewelers. Like, why would that be an object between us? Like, why do we have this object? If I were to choose that as an object, you know, hypotheticals and all that. But locations being like, is that where we meet up to? Where I buy your weed from, or like, is that where you hang out all the time and I can always find you there, or?
Okay. We go with the trash compactor.
For a location, yes.
The meetup spot.
Yep.
Yes, perfect. I'm gonna just stick it right there. So I guess, do you also work here, or are we both employees here, but for different like areas of the mall?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I'm just gonna push this up a bit more. Which part of the mall do you work on? Like, where do you work in the mall?
Custodial staff.
Oh, nice. Okay. I think I work at the gym. I have a location called Muscle Logic, and I think that's the gym. And I think I'm just like someone who works the front desk. So I'm not even a trainer. I'm just like someone who just like cleans the benches and like, you know, checks people in. So Ting, Connie, you go ahead and you don't need to choose an object or a location between y'all. So
Cool. Object or location, right?
yeah, I'm not
Okay.
picky. Just whatever works best for y'all.
What are your what's your object and location, Ting?
I have let's see, a Yorkshire Terrier for an object, or let's see, satanic ritual paraphernalia, or syringes of human growth hormone.
Human growth hormone. Interesting. And are you out of locations?
Oh, let's see, locations. The tavern, and men's bathroom.
Men's bathroom. Interesting. I have for my object rides a $5,000 bicycle and West End Baldwin Jewelers. So I'm thinking that I really like a Yorkshire Terrier. I feel like
y'all
that's
have
like
a little dog between y'all, and that's what that's your pet right now. That's what you're sharing.
yeah, it's like the one thing that's like keeping us together for now. That and my need to get back at Morgan's character. AKC registered Yorkshire Terrier.
Oh, nice. This is like a purebred dog. Yeah, I gotta give it like some sort of like name.
Oh my god. Like, I want to say Precious, but that's too generic.
Yeah.
Oh, is it time to bring up the name sheet?
Yeah, show to players. I wonder if it's pulling up on that end. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. So I'm also allowing the players to see what, or rather not the players, but also allowing society. Oh, nope, it went away. Goodbye. I was allowing the people to see, but yeah, these are just like generic people names.
I love Dort.
Wait, where's Dort on here?
Dort. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fourth one down from the first column. Dort. I don't know what your characters like, Ting, but I feel like mine definitely would have wanted to call it something like Princess, Diamond, Precious, and maybe we got it like the day we got married. But there was like an argument and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. We can call it Dort if that's what you want. Dort. And it's like every time I look at this dog, I'm consumed with hatred.
Dort.
All right. Also, go ahead and name your characters as well, and give us pronouns, and just give us from what you're coming up with, give us a brief idea of like what you have.
Okay, my character's name is Megan.
I love it.
Megan Gomez.
Fantastic.
Megan Gomez. She is in her early 40s, or so she says. And she is kind of everything, she's like the Karen. She's like the wine mom. She's like the lady, the white lady that's always demanding to see the manager and carries her little dog around. But I think she is capable of a lot more darkness and evil than most would give her credit for, based on the fact that she travels with a I don't know, what's it called? Like a black, what are like those like high limit credit cards?
Oh, black cards?
Oh, the black card?
Yeah, she doesn't have a black card yet, but she wants to have one, which is why she's also like, this 20-year-old kid that I married is not making me any money. So,
pronouns?
She, her for sure.
Okay, I'm just putting things on Roll20 for you. So,
she's from España.
España.
She's from Spain, I think.
I'm going to put 40-ish, or quote unquote 40-ish as well.
40-ish.
Ting, do you have an idea of what your character's name is yet, or?
I'm gonna go with Pete Lewis.
Yes.
He, him pronouns, and imagining him just sliding by in high school, just barely graduating. You know, a slacker type.
So he's like early 20s, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't type.
What about your character, Morgan?
Oh, that's a good question. I hate picking out names, but thankfully there's a name chart. I think I'm gonna go with Kendra Huntberry. Actually, no, Kendra Stolp. Because it's she, her pronouns. I'm gonna say probably also late. I want to say late 30s, maybe. Not much in life in general. Just working. Wanted to get into be a fitness model growing up, but that never happened. So she is trying to keep fitness as best she can. So she does some on the side, I guess, some multi-tier marketing, but also works for this gym.
Oh my god!
But do you have people underneath you, or are you?
No, I just started.
Okay.
I'm really bad.
Oh.
All right, I'm just making notes real quick. So, do y'all have any questions or any more things you want to talk about like the scenarios that we're setting up?
Oh, I wanted to add a nickname. I see the name Puffer in there. I'm gonna add that.
Is that what we call you? Is Puffer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll add that in a second.
Puffer. Cool.
Yeah. That's one more thing that Megan hates about me.
Oh yeah. I also need to bring up that Megan is like hot. She's got like, this like blonde hair, but it's like the kind of hot that's been like perfectly manufactured. She like wakes up every morning, like curls her hair, puts on this perfect makeup, puts a little dress on her dog, screams at the dog if it pooped inside the house again, and then drives to the mall to just like shop. Yeah, I think maybe she even had like an ex before you, Kendra. And she's still living off of his money, and he died under suspicious circumstances.
Yes. I love that, and I think you made me write a prenup because you're like, what if you leave me like the last one, and so that's why when we got divorced, I never got a dime.
You not a single. That's why you're working at Muscle Logic, baby.
I know. I'm gonna say Kendra's, was when she was younger was pretty, like because she did modeling, but like now I mean she is still pretty, but like you can tell like she like had her prime back in the day. Now she's just like life has gotten the best of her, unfortunately, but she tries, all that stuff.
Did we sign a prenup?
I think I was like, it's not worth the legal fees. So no, it was very much like a shotgun wedding, probably. I was blasted out of my mind off of like boxed wine. Maybe we were in Vegas. Maybe it was like a little pop-up priest like marriage thing at the mall or something.
Oh my gosh.
And we got hitched.
That'd be funny if Santa hitched you, so it's like your 1 year anniversary.
Oh my god, wait, that's hilarious. I love that. Wait, can today be like the 1 year anniversary?
Yes!
Like?
Yes! Yes, please. Yeah, it's Santa. So Santa was
an ordained priest.
Yeah.
And we're here to renew our vows. I don't think I work at the mall, but I'm here to like renew the vows. Or whatever people do. For some reason. I don't know how that works. I've never been married. So.
I don't know either. I just know people do it. Real quick, because this is a mall and malls have been around since like the 80s. Mm-hmm. What time frame do y'all want this to be? Do y'all want to be modern? Do y'all want to be like early 80s with the kitschy like sort of colors and unsafe what is it? Unsafe playground equipment for the kids. I don't know. Were there playgrounds in that mall? I don't remember.
Yeah, there were.
Okay.
I'm partial to something close to modern. maybe like early 2000s to 2010s, just because that's the kind of like aesthetic I'm familiar with and can play within. But I'm open to suggestions.
Ting, what you think?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, let's do like.
So we still have our flip phones.
Yeah, like 2004 or something.
Oh yeah, 2004. Oh, that's like my high school years. So I'm just like, I'm also watching the Forensic Files right now, and I feel like those episodes, like they're all there right now, are like all punch my mic. All of them right now are all like in the early 2000s. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this hair. I'm seeing in these videos. All right. Well, we have set up our relationships. We have set up our locations. We talked about the scenarios and what we're doing. So let's go ahead and get into scene Act 1. So for Act 1, basically we will be playing scenes. Each character or each player will have 2 spotlight scenes, meaning that it's based off of you. Whoever you add to that scene is whoever you want to add. There's 2 types of ways we could have a scene. You can establish or resolve your scenes. So when you establish, that means you set the scene, but your friends decide the outcome. When you decide to resolve the scene, it means that your friends set the scene for you, but you decide the outcome. We have these wonderful, you can't see it on there, but we have wonderful positive and negative outcome cards that you can actually that will be there for the tilt, and we'll talk about that later. So yeah, that's how it goes. Each will take turns setting scenes, talking about scenes, and playing out these scenes. I kind of, once you can find like a good way to stop it, or you're just like, I don't know where else to go from there, that's when we'll stop it. And then each player will get either a positive or negative card. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. Who wants to start first?
I can get started.
Yeah. All right. So you have the spotlight on you. Do you want to establish a scene or do you want to resolve the scene?
I'll establish it.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and establish it. Tell us who's there, where you're at.
Okay. So Pete, your custodial staff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So right when you're taking your break, like when you're like heading over to the break room, a very familiar voice greets you from next to the Auntie Annie's, if that was a thing in the early 2000s, greeting you along with a waft of oily pretzels and butter, a voice that goes, all right, Pete, are you ready for a one year anniversary date? And it's your wife.
That's the day?
She is holding your dog, Dort, under one arm. I'm holding Dort under one arm. I have like a perm on. I have like my face is like made up. It's made up like a fantasy world. And I'm wearing like the Chanel boots. I've got the French nails going on. I've got like the jacket, the blazer, the skirt. Yes, a blazer and a skirt, very like power businesswoman, I think, in the 2000s. And I'm like texting on one hand on my phone, and when you like ask me if it's today, I pause and I go, when the goddamn hell are you talking about, Pete? Of course it's today. Wait, that's my John Cleese voice. I need to do a different voice. What in the goddamn hell are you talking about, Pete? Of course it's today.
Shouldn't we wait till after I get off work and so we have more time?
And force me to spend even more time here in this hellhole?
We could go see a movie.
That sounds like a wonderful date, Pete. Sitting in a dark room surrounded by strangers, shoveling handful after handful of greasy popcorn kernel in their open mouths. Fine, if that's what you have planned for us, I guess I can wait.
All right.
I'm also going to say this is going to be a negative outcome, so if you want to pursue that endeavor, go ahead.
So should I draw? Should I
yeah.
draw? Is that
Yeah.
how that works?
Yeah, you can go ahead and draw one for yourself. However, don't read it right now. We'll talk about it when we get to the tilt.
Cool.
But was that the end of the scene? I didn't mean to cut you all off if that wasn't.
No worries.
Okay.
So draw one card, right?
Yeah.
Draw. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, don't read it. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it? Okay.
Don't touch it.
I won't.
Don't touch it.
I have it, but I haven't read it. Cool. So if that's the end of the scene, right?
I didn't want to cut you off if that was or not. So
no worries. I mean, Ting decides,
ask,
right?
I was going to ask if you wanted a pretzel, since we're near the what's it called, Auntie
Annie's or something.
Auntie Annie's.
Annie's, yeah.
Pretzel. And Megan looks from you, Pete, to the Auntie Annie's where there's like a small line, you know, maybe with like a crying baby in a carriage. She looks back at you and says, "Did you suggest that because you actually premeditated it? Or did you suggest it because you saw it next to me?" Don't lie. Yes? That's your answer? Yes to what? Pete, yes to what?
Either. Neither.
You know what? Don't even worry about the pretzel. Just go take your break. I'll wait until your shift ends, I guess.
Okay.
Oh! And she turns and she strides off, but she like stops by the fountain and like glances to see if you're gonna chase after her.
I'm waiting in line. Pete will turn and look for a little bit and then turn back. But
I just sort of scoff and I like grab my dog, which like yelps a little, and I like storm off in the direction of the gym.
Nice.
While all this going on, it's like Mariah Carey is All I Want for Christmas is playing on the
pretty much,
because 100%.
That's pretty much a repeat here. I just having flashbacks of working retail and all the music on 24/7.
The same music all the time.
It was awful. Anywho, all right, so that was your scene. Ting, do you want to do your spotlight now? We'll go in a counterclockwise now.
Okay. So you can jump around. Like it doesn't have to be right after.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in chronological order.
Okay.
Do you want to set the scene or do you want to resolve the scene?
I'll resolve.
Okay. All right. What is it? Do you want to? Which outcome do you want to have? A positive or a negative?
Let's go negative.
Negative. Okay. All right, Connie. What kind of scene should we set up for Pete? That's negative.
Oh my! Do I get to decide?
We're deciding together because.
Oh, okay, cool. Got it. I'm like still learning the rules.
No problem.
Is it between Pete and Kendra in this situation, or is it Pete and me?
Whoever.
Again?
Yeah.
Cool. I think it's between Pete and Kendra.
Okay. How does it go bad? How do you?
Well, obviously it's a deal, right? It's a drug deal, and I think it goes bad because there's something wrong with the product. It's more wrong than usual.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Pete, do you want to? I think we're gonna set it up at our usual spot, which is the maintenance. Wait, hold on, the trash bins.
Trash compactor room.
Yeah, the trash compactor room. So I think Kendra's already there, just sort of like waiting because she knows you'll show up eventually. Just looking at her watch and just like looking around.
I show up like about 10 minutes late. That's probably the usual time.
Yeah. and then Kendra's like, "What the hell, man? I thought you're just. Do you have the goods?"
Yeah, I do. How much do you need?
The
regular amount?
Yeah, the regular amount, because Morgan has no idea what sizes are.
Maybe like a dub or something,
Oh,
or an eighth.
oh no. Yeah, that number.
Yeah.
So, and she's like she's starting to pull out her money that's like kind of like wadded up ones and like quarters and stuff.
Paying for weed with quarters.
You know what? It's money, okay?
That's fair, yeah.
So do you have it?
Yep. I take out the lining of the garbage can that's attached to the cart I push around. It's like
Okay.
I have it stashed in there on the inside of the bin.
Oh. I mean, I guess the smell from the bin covers the smell of the goods. But yeah, and she like hands over the money and she like palms you the quarters because it's like maybe like $2 in quarters. And
So
she's
start counting it out.
yeah, and while you're counting it out, she's looking at the bag and she's like, "Wait a second, what is this? That looks like." And she opens up and sniffs. She's like, "It smells like basil."
Yeah, I think you could see like a stem and like the frond of the basil leaf.
Yeah. Like, what happened to the goods? Why are you handing me Italian seasoning? This is not what I wanted.
Let me see that.
And she hands you the backpack.
I give it a sniff and oh, I'm sorry. It's
I have a suggestion for how this could have happened if folks are interested.
Did you did Megan sabotage?
It could. I was thinking it could either have been sabotage or like a mistake. Like Megan accidentally, that was her lunch. She just eats salad. She just eats like basil, like straight basil or something. Because she's like on a new cleanse or something, and she accidentally took your weed.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably recognize it as Megan's lunch because she eats the same thing every day. A special basil cleanse.
I can't believe she eats basil.
It's like the new fad diet, you know, like that there are like every other 2 months in the 2000s.
Yeah, this is Megan's lunch. She started a new cleanse thing.
Oh my god, why is she like this? You know, when we were dating, she was on the cookie diet when we were married for a bit, where she'd eat 2 cookies a day, and that's it.
That sounds much better than what she's having right now.
I don't know. Just why is she? All right. Well, I bet she's missing this. So, what's my character's name? Kendra hands back the baggie and just starts taking back the money. It's like, well, once you get the trade off from Megan, let me know and I'll buy from you. But until further notice, no can do.
All
right. Sorry, bud. And Kendra just give him a pat on the shoulder and just start going back to work.
Cool.
All right, go ahead and draw a negative. Can you grab it? I got the hiccups.
Negative outcomes are so fun.
Yeah. All right, so it is my turn. It's my turn to be spotlighted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and I'm going to. I want to set the scene, so I'm going to establish a scene. So that means y'all decide the outcome. So before I established it, which I should have done with yours originally, Connie, is y'all tell me what the outcome is. Is it positive? Is it negative?
I'm gonna say positive to balance out the 2 negatives we've had so far.
Okay. All right. So positive. I'm just going to take one of these before I forget, because I will forget. All right. So with that, I'm going to real quick. I think Connie, I think we're gonna run into. I think Megan and Kendra are gonna run into each other somewhere.
Oh yeah, okay.
And let's see here. What locations do I have that I can use that we're at? Do you stop by work because you do you like work out at the gym that I work at because you got to keep your figure? Okay.
I have a global membership to the same chain of the gym, but like a premium membership. You know?
Oh, of course. You got to get like the
I'd like the spa treatment. Yep, the pizza at the end.
The pizza at the end from
oh yeah. And you know I guard those pizza boxes like a hawk, and I'm like, excuse me, are you a premium member here? No? Then run along. Even though I don't work there. I'm still working on her voice. I think I want it to be more Valley girl.
Like totally. I totally understand.
Totally. But it's a little too Valley for someone who's in her 40s. But if you fucking say that to my face, I'll punch your teeth out.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Smile and all. I love it. All right. So I think Kendra's just at the front desk, sort of just like checking people in, folding some towels while it's slow. Not even looking up, just like, hi, welcome to Muzzle Logic. Hi, welcome to Muzzle Logic. And just like folding towels in the process.
And then you hear, is that really any way to greet a valued premium member of Muscle Logic?
And then once Kendra hears it too, she's like, hi, welcome to Muscle Logic. I hope you have a great stay and you get the workout that you need. And she just like gives you like a fake smile and just a look. Just being like,
Megan.
Season's greetings.
Season's greetings. Megan sort of gives Kendra like a slow once over, like a very much like, oh, you know, like up and down. And she goes, does this location have pet watching services? Because the one out in Inglewood does.
I mean, you can leave Dort with me because I think Kendra knows Dort.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I was just like, I'm just sitting here for the next 2 hours, so you can leave Dort with me if you want.
Okay, thank you. And Megan just like throws the dog, just like sort of hands you the dog very cavalierly. And goes like, be careful with Dort, okay? He's a purebred.
Of course, yeah. I'm always good with Dort.
Actually, he's the first of his kind to be born genetically without a butthole to make it easier for us to clean it up.
How do you? I have so many questions.
And Megan sort of tosses her beautiful, like perfectly coiffed, like blonde hair over her shoulder and goes, yeah, you could say I've glowed up ever since, you know, the two of us broke up.
I do see that. And you know what would be great with that is I actually started working at this company called Sarah J. And they do like, you know, cosmetic stuff where like you face masks and like creams and like buffers and stuff. It's just a little side gig here because, you know, just it's the holiday season. I want to try like selling, you know, just getting more money for the holidays. But if you're ever interested in like trying new products, they have really great skincare lines. So if you want to keep glowing, they have something for that.
Hold on. Are you telling me you're an ambassador for a globally known company?
Yeah, you could say it like that. Like,
Megan does not know that this is a multi-level marketing, you know, like doesn't know that this is a scam. And she's like low-key kind of jealous, a little like angry. And she's like, yeah, well, you know, Petey, I love him. You know, he's gonna get promoted. You know, he's telling me about how, you know, his shift manager is about to retire and how he's, you know, definitely lined up for that.
Oh yeah, that's great. Pizza. Pete deserves it.
Oh, you know, does Megan know that Pete is Kendra's drug dealer?
I probably not.
Probably not. Okay, yeah. Megan goes, oh, well, of course you'd say that. You don't even know him.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know him.
Megan sort of cocks her head and goes, you're doing that thing you do when you lie.
What?
When your tongue sort of pokes the inside of your cheek.
Oh, look, I gotta check in more people, so I'm sorry. Please, esteemed member, enjoy your visit to our location. I'll take great care of your dog.
Well, fine. And do you have a business card or something for that skincare product?
Oh yeah, I do. And she digs in like her purse real quick and pulls out a little like it's like one of those cards. It's like says Sarah J on it and like ambassador. Kendra Sculp. Yeah.
And she like turns around, she goes, oh, stay young forever like Jennifer Aniston. I love Friends. Okay.
Yeah.
I might be in touch.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Well, thank you. And yes, I will have a lovely workout.
Yeah.
And Megan turns and sort of like just struts down into the stretching area.
And I think as she walks off, she's like holding the door. She's like, aha, got her.
Yeah.
And that's where the scene ends.
Cool.
All right. So, Connie, it's round 2 of spotlights for Act 1. Go ahead. Do you want to establish or resolve the scene?
I will resolve this time around.
Okay. What are you kind of ending do you want to have the outcome?
Let's make it positive again to balance out the 2 negatives.
All right.
So I'll draw a card. Okay.
Ting, help me out. What could be positive for Megan?
Maybe I just have a really good workout. I don't know.
Let's see here.
Let's see what there is.
I'm thinking of things.
Okay, the needs.
Yeah, I'm looking at my stuff real quick to see if it helps me out.
I'm thinking maybe she buys herself. Well, I'm resolving, so I don't want to.
Yeah, I was like, you have nothing in this. You can't say.
I say nothing.
You say nothing. All right, so
maybe something good happens to Dort. Like
like he gets recognized or
yeah.
Okay, so like maybe I got an idea because it's the holidays. People love dressing up their creatures, so maybe there's like a costume contest for like for the fuzzy babies and Megan, because you're bored and at the mall, you insert Dort in and Dort wins and trying to think of an actual scenario though. I think you go to celebrate with Pete maybe.
Oh, that celebrate Dort's victory at the mall. So is this after Pete's shift is over?
It's whenever. It's not chronological in order, so like you can just bounce around and do what.
Sounds good. Oh, but it's at the mall still.
It's at the mall still. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. That cool. I'm okay with that setup. So maybe we're at like I don't know, Red Lobster or something.
Yes.
Like to celebrate.
Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. We're okay, so we're sitting down. I'm cutting into my basil. And Dort has like a little like dog friendly cheesecake, in front of him that he's like eating. And I'm just like sort of silently cutting into my basil and like I eat this. Maybe like silence passes for a few minutes as we just sort of eat. And Megan goes, best in show.
It was great. How about that?
I told you that rear end surgery would have paid off. And look where he is now. He's a winner. Just like his mom. Excuse me, waiter, can we put more pepper on this? Just a little bit more pepper.
I got a question, Connie, for you directly.
Yes.
Is that actually basil? Or is that the switcheroony that happened earlier?
Oh my god.
I think that's the switcheroony and she gets a little high.
Eating the weed? What kind of weed are you selling? I like that. Maybe like it's like a new edible
plant
product. Like maybe like Pete's debuting, like experimenting a kind of edible nugget and is like, edibles? Who needs to cook weed into edibles when you can just eat it? Sure, okay, I'm done with that. Or she'll just get really sick. So yeah, okay, she's munching on what she thinks is basil, but is that dank kush?
The basil smells a little off, but you know what? It's fine.
Yep, she's going, get some pepper on this. I know I brought this from outside. I'm not supposed to. I'm such a bad girl. But you'll forgive it, right? Just a little bit more pepper, please. What's wrong, Pete? You haven't even touched your spaghetti extravaganza.
Pete's realizing what she's eating, but he's not gonna say anything right now. It's just he wants to see what happens, like because he's never seen her high before.
And Megan goes, "You're even more moody than usual. Just spit it out." What? Is it my perm? Is it my nails? Is it my breath?
It's nothing. You look great.
Correct. I do.
How's your basil?
I don't know. It's kind of weird today. I've just been sort of like munching on it all day. And there's something kind of bitter about it and like kind of like crunchy in a way that I'm not. Pete?
Hmm?
Pete?
Yes?
What time is this? What time are we in? Pete, the Mariah Carey is too loud. Pete, make it softer. I can't. All I want for Christmas is you. I can't keep listening to this. Where am we? Who is the time? Pete, what's happening to me? Pete, oh my god! She starts like hyperventilating and like freaking out. And like I think maybe some of the other customers are looking at our booth. Oh my god, Pete, what's happening? Pete, I want to get out of here.
Okay, let's get the check and let's go home.
Okay.
Pete's trying not to laugh, but you know, there's some chuckling going on.
Yes. Waiter, one check, please. Pete, the waiter's face is all wrong. And she's like very much like panicking. And after like we pay and leave, and we're like leaving the Cheesecake Factory, I'm like holding Dort and like stroking like his face, you know, like grabbing at his face, and Dort's like, and Megan goes, Pete, everything's so loud. My heart is beating so fast. Where are we?
We're heading to the car. We're about to go home.
The car? Okay,
Yes.
Let's go to the car. Let's
Yeah.
go to the car. And she's like nodding. And she's like, okay, let's go to the car. Let's go to the car. Don't look at me, bearded man. She like shrieks at the Santa. And she's like, away. That baby's face is so small.
It's one of those. It's a Salvation Army Santa standing on the
With the
outside.
little bell,
Right,
just
with the
ringing.
bell. With the bell. She goes, go back to hell where you came from, demon. And she's like rushing, rushing on her high heels.
Remember, this is a positive outcome. So if you want to,
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Maybe the positive outcome is after they get home. Are we allowed to leave the mall area to finish our scene?
However, yeah.
After they get home, Megan gets the munchies for the first time, and she breaks her diet to like eat real food. And as she's like shoveling real food into her mouth, she's like, Pete, why does rice taste so good? Why have I been depriving myself of complex and simple carbohydrates? For what? Shedding the weight? Shedding the weight for some arbitrary standard of beauty that I'll never match up to because the goalposts keep shifting? You're right, Pete. I have to love myself before I can love anyone, including you. She like reaches out. She thinks she's stroking Pete's face, but really she like misses by like half a foot and like strokes the air. Thank you, Pete.
Do you want the rest of my cheesecake?
Hell yeah. As she eats the rest of the cheesecake, and because of this, has developed a healthier relationship with her body and self-image.
Oh yeah,
the positive outcome.
Yeah. I love it.
Cool.
All right, Pete, the spotlight is on you now. Do you want? And like I said, time is a construct, so you can either do before or after the next day, what I have you. But do you want to resolve or establish a scene?
I'll establish.
All right.
I think this would be between you and between Kendra and Pete.
Okay.
And we're both on our breaks, and we snuck into the multiplex to watch some of catch some of a movie.
Is it like
playing in there?
Is it gonna be like one of those like holiday rom-com movies where it's like, but we're also like high, so we're also just sort of
yeah.
I love it. Let's see. I want to let's even it out for you. Let's give you a positive outcome. So yeah, I think we're in the back of the theater because we have friends. We work there. We always sneak into the movies. So I think we're in the back row. We're just sort of like slunk in. And I think Kendra's like, look at those lights. What dorks.
Oh, those beautiful lights. Why can't our mall have lights like that?
I mean, like,
they're so dim here.
I know. Aren't you maintenance? Can't you like control the lights? Oh my god, you can control the lights.
It would take forever to change out the lights.
But I'll help you. We can make this the biggest, brightest place. I forgot where we are. Place ever. Oh wow! Do you think the snowman and the atrium will melt from all the lights? God, I think
I
of Frosty.
don't think so.
Yeah. Is that even real snow? Tell me the secrets.
It's like just a piece of fiberglass and plastic.
Oh, and it's just out in the open. That's so cool. How are things going between you and Megan? She is a lot.
Yeah, at times.
At times. I'm very proud of you for being married to her for a year. That's a lot.
Is it?
I
It
mean,
seems like it just flew by.
oh, that's so cute. I think we were only married for like 6 months. Yeah, that was enough. I couldn't. But I'm glad. I'm glad for Pete. And Kendra's gonna slap like just like gladly like. I'm glad. Yeah. Just like just grab your hand and just shake it and be like, I'm glad that it's working between you two because you're great and she's great and Dort's great.
Dork's the best.
Dort is the best. That is a good pepper. But how does it not have a butthole?
Sorry for establishing that, by the way. I regret it.
And like Pete leans over and starts describing to Kendra how it works. But, like,
I think it's just like from
it's like,
from what the audience sees, it's just like you
Yeah,
see
the whisper.
Pete speak, and you just see Kendra going. Just eating handfuls of popcorn and just like
yep.
and just be like, and now I know. Yeah, and I think that's about it. I think unless there's anything else you want to do, Tink, I think it's just a nice movie high with your friend.
Mm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you want to call it there, or you want to add more to that?
Nope. That's good.
All right, my turn. Give me a scene. It's gonna be a positive. It's gonna be a negative outcome. So like, give me.
Drunk butt dialing, or drunken proposition from Megan, or I'm just spitballing here, throwing it out.
Oh.
Be good. Oh no, I can't establish, but I'm gonna toss this idea, and you can do with it one. What if Kendra's a little into their cuffs and a little high, thinks she's texting or calling Megan, but really it's
Pete.
No, I can't establish anything. I resolve, so that's just.
But does the scene that usually have to take place at the mall, right?
I mean,
it's like it's like loose.
In and around. I could be at the Chili's bar or something.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. I love that. Okay, how about the setup is you're off your shift, like you're day drinking at the Chili's bar, and you're texting.
As you do.
As you do. And you're texting who you think is Megan, but the phone, it goes to Pete's phone dinging. Oh, okay. And maybe at the same time, Pete and I are like eating dinner, or we've already done an eating scene. Maybe we're at the arcade. Because you're like a 20-year-old, you probably want to be at the, it's your idea of a fun time. I don't know, like maybe somewhere in the mall where Pete would find amusement or entertainment, and like you get the text while we're hanging out. You could probably put 2 and 2 together.
Spencer's gifts.
Yes. Oh god.
Spencer's gifts. What is that?
Wait, you don't know what Spencer's is, Connie?
Nope, I do not.
Oh. So basically, it's an old like novelty gift shop where like it's like kind of raunchy, and then like they actually have like sex toys in the back.
Okay.
So, but like it'd be like, oh hey, here's some fart noises, or like here are these like novelty games where you like try to not be shocked, like shocking.
Okay, just like a tchotchke kind of like.
Yeah, is that about right, Ting? I don't. Is that about right?
And like 101 dirty joke books, stuff like that.
Yeah. Cool, super tacky. Got it, tacky. Thank you for that. And the Spencer's okay. Cool. I'm exposing my age here, I feel. how out of loop about early 2000s mall culture I am. Cool, I'm okay with that. Yeah, we're
that was
browsing.
my malls. And Miriam's was like, oh, I thought it was the cutesy accessories. I think that's Claire's. Is what
Claire's
for the cutesy accessories.
Claire's for sure. I know a Claire's.
I do too. I've been to a Claire's many a times.
Cool.
All right, so yeah, I think setting. It's like no 1 o'clock because I'm on my lunch break and I'm sitting at Chili's drinking a margarita,
getting wasted on margs.
Yeah. Before I go back to working.
Okay, I think Megan is like just wandering around Spencer's with a look of immense distaste on her face as she like picks up like a bottle opener shaped like a pair of boobs. She goes
pretty much, yep.
I'm assuming. And she like puts it down, like looks back at you, Pete. And she's like in your like within melee of you, Pete. as you get these texts.
So I think and so my end is like, hey cutie, and it's of course it's the early 2000s, so you gotta type out each individual letter one at a time because the phones were actual phone pads. You had to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 4. I remember high school. It was exactly like this. And I think, so the text is like, hey, it's like Q, like the Q and then T, and there's a bunch of T's. What up? And that's what is sent to Pete.
Look is taking it back a bit. I'll type back. Are you drunk?
Are you gonna type out "are you" or it's gonna be "are you"?
No, are you? Because it's Pete doesn't have an unlimited plan.
Oh, no. I forgot it was like payment by text and stuff too. Oh goodness. And I think you're gonna get like a no, why, and then like a little like colon and then like open parentheses as a frowny face.
A text back. Are you out already? Question mark.
I'm. I think she's like, I'm at Chili's. Come on down. 50-cent margaritas.
That's dirt cheap.
It's dirt cheap liquor. It's like half water.
Yeah.
Maybe like a splash of tequila.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky. And then I think there's another text like, oh, oops. Hey, Pete.
And as you get that text, Pete, you hear Megan go, oh, look at the articulation on the ball sack here.
And then Connie, I think you get a text saying like, hey, cutie.
You're chaotic. Wow. Wow, Kendra's chaotic. She goes, oh, 1 second. What the? It's just work. Just my boss at work being kind of demanding. And Megan texts back, are you drunk? But like the other way.
I think you also get a what? No, and then like another frowny face.
The same old pickup line.
Mm-hmm.
Are you working right now?
Chilies.
Megan sort of quirks an eyebrow and goes, is that where you are, or is that what you're eating?
Yes.
I'll be there in 5. And she slips the phone back into her pocket and goes, Petey, Puffer. And she like never uses this nickname ever, right? Puffer, I have to go somewhere for work. It's also in the mall, but don't follow me. If you do, I'll know. And I'll fucking kill you. But I love you. I'll be back soon. I'd be okay with any of these for an anniversary gift. I'll be back. And she very like suspiciously like sidles out of the Spencer's, leaving you alone with Dort.
I'm holding Dort. I look at Dort. Dort looks up at me. It's like I have this like moment of clarity. And turn and look at you. Look at Megan as she walks out,
heading toward the Chili's.
Yeah.
The Chili's to go.
It's like the camera like zooming in on my face, and there's like music.
You like put it together.
So I think that's the negative outcome is that Pete knows now.
Yep, Pete knows.
All right, so that's the end of Act 1. Now we're gonna go into the tilt. The tilt. Determine which 2 players will choose tilt elements from the back of the outcome cards you've collected. Use these elements during scenes in Act 2. But so that's what we're doing right now is going to be we're going to look at our cards that we have. So our outcome cards. So I think we each have a positive and negative, which is good. So these are basically going to help us like push our narrative in a direction. And so
and we can look at both of these.
So do we now look at them?
Yeah. Determine which 2 players will choose tilt elements from the back of the outcome cards you've collected. Use these elements during scenes in Act 2. So basically, we're just having these using. Oh, hey, we're getting raided. Hey, Dicey Amazons, welcome. We're just playing some Fiasco.
Oh, thank you for the raid.
Thanks for the raid, y'all. All right, so yeah, it's tilt time. So basically, we're gonna actually. Oh, I'm just throwing things. Excuse me. We're gonna pull all our cards. I'm gonna put mine. Oops, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put mine in this corner over here. Those are mine. Just so we're all, yeah.
Oh, whoops, sorry. I moved it.
Look, you're moving things now.
Woo! Should I bring mine up too?
Yeah, let's all bring them up so we can all talk about them. And I should probably put mine by my name. That'd be better.
Cool. I'm very excited about my negative outcome.
Yeah.
I have an idea for it.
So bring yours out, Ting, so we can talk about them.
How do you bring them up without?
You just click on them and they pop up on the thingy.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
All right, so let's go ahead and consult. Oh, where did they go? Oh, they're over here on the side. I'm gonna put yours in the middle, so they're by your name. All right, so go ahead and flip them. Wait, hold on. Flip card. So basically, you just right click and it says flip card.
They're tiny.
Yeah. Oh, I can make them bigger. Let me just do that for you. Wham.
Oh, thank you.
And well, bam. We'll just have to like overlay stuff and I'll make yours bigger as well. Well, bam. Can I read them or do I need to make them a bit bigger?
A frantic chase. Mayhem and failure. A stupid plan executed to perfection. That's so funny. Guilt betrayed by friends. Mayhem, misdirected passion.
Yeah, so don't worry about the plus signs and the plus signs right now on the corners. We'll get to that at the aftermath. So that doesn't matter right now. We're just looking at the tilt ideas, which is the words like guilt, mayhem, failure, innocence, whatever. So, for example, mine's guilt betrayed by friends, and the mayhem misdirected passion. Ting's is a frantic chase, and failure a stupid plan executed to perfection, which sounds beautiful. And then Connie's is tragedy, death out of the blue, and then it's innocence. Somebody stumbles in at the wrong moment. So those are what we have for things. So yeah, we'll go ahead and choose two elements that we will use for setting the scene. So I'm gonna let y'all choose which elements y'all want to do.
So 2 out of all the 6.
Yeah. So determine which 2 players will choose 2 elements from the back of the outcome cards you've collected. Use these elements during. Oh, so it's not exactly 2 that you. I guess 2 that 4. You choose. We're just choosing out elements that we want to have in the game.
Cool.
So I don't think there's a numerical value of that.
Cool. I am compelled by tragedy, death out of the blue. Looking at poor Dort here. No, okay, great. All right, you can veto it. That's fine.
No, we can. I'm just like, oh.
Potential content warning for animal death if anyone is triggered by that. Yeah. Potential, depending on if we go through with it. I'm also compelled by innocence, given the narrative we've woven. Someone stumbles in at just the wrong moment. Right? What's going on here? This spicy love triangle. And I'm also personally compelled by failure, a stupid plan executed to perfection.
Ting, what are you thinking? What's calling you?
Well, I love mayhem. I love a chase.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fun too.
Is it gonna be the innocence followed by the mayhem? We're like,
ooh. Ooh, yeah.
Or mayhem followed by tragedy.
Oh yeah.
Dort takes off, jumps onto the Mall Santa's pedestal, and the Mall Santa doesn't look and.
All right.
Yeah.
So basically the elements that we have is death out of the blue, somebody stumbles in at the wrong moment, and a frantic chase. Is that right? Or did I miss one?
I'm also interested in failure, a stupid plan executed to perfection, but we don't have to go with that one.
That's a maybe.
Cool.
That's it. If we get to it sort of situation.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. I want y'all to go ahead and take your card back, just because those numbers in the corner do mean something in the end, but like, I'm not gonna tell you what that is. So yeah, you're just gonna right click it, Ting. Oh, you got it. Cool. Excellent. So who wants to start this time?
I started last time, so I'll let y'all decide.
I just finished, so Ting, you're starting.
So Ting, you go. You start.
All right. So for Act 2, which we're currently in, continue going around the table setting scenes. Each player will get 2 more scenes to try to get what they want. So yeah. So looking at your valuables, your locations, the needs on the table, and then having that idea of what the story we already planned and these tilts that we're adding to the scenario. We're still going with the idea of establishing or setting the scene. So if you want to establish, you tell us what the scene is and we do the outcome. But if you want to resolve the scene, we'll tell you what it's going to be, or you're going to tell us what it's going to be, and we'll just establish the scene for you. So which one do you want to do? Do you want to establish or resolve?
Resolve.
You want to
let's go into the positive scene.
All right. So you want a positive result outcome?
Yes.
All right. Connie, help me.
Okay. So we set up the scene with a positive outcome for Pete, right?
And we add in the
cards,
the twisty tilts that we
tilts.
Yeah. So we just remembering those elements. How do we start unraveling all this chaos into a positive outcome?
Let's do somebody stumbles in at just the wrong moment. Maybe it's a positive outcome for Pete because maybe he's about to stumble in on the 2 of us commiserating, perhaps. And it's a positive outcome for him because then, he can finally, if he finds out the truth, right? That's a good thing.
I don't know. Pete seemed like he like. How does Pete feel about that though? Like, is Pete? I feel like Pete's like still in love, right? How would Pete feel about like finding out about all this?
I think Pete's more. It's a more of a infatuation than a
In love, yeah.
than love. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
it might.
this,
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if this was a good like plot scenario in your mind then for your character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Because
Because it might not be what he wants per se, but it's probably what his character needs.
It's not what you want. It's probably what you need.
Yep.
All right. So setting. Chili's to go bar.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Megan is very much touchy-feely with Kendra, right? There's sparks are flying again. There's 4 empty shitty margs on the counter. Like Megan is smoking a cigarette and ignoring them, telling me to put it out. Mm-hmm. She's going, Kendra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm impressed by the fact that you're an ambassador for Sarah J.
Yeah.
First of all, and go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, if you're interested in a demonstration and you want to have like a little Sarah J party, I can definitely, if you want to host, with those hosting benefits, you get discounts, and then the more people, your friends come over and they buy, you can get even bigger discounts to add to your cart.
Are you seriously trying to sell to me right now? Kendra, I'm hitting on you.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I thought you were interested in the work.
Well, that's a separate... I am, but... And she just sort of scoffs and leans in and kisses Kendra.
Oh, and I think that's right when Pete walks in. Ting, you're muted. Do you think that's right when Pete walks in? Yeah. Oh. Hey. Hey, Pete.
Puffer. This isn't what this isn't. I can explain.
Don't call me Puffer.
But Puffer, come on. I love you. This isn't... Just give me a second to explain myself. Kendra!
Sorry, there's dog bark in the background.
Okay,
so
no worries. It's Dort.
It's Dort. Yeah,
it's Dort.
Dort sounds like a chocolate lab mix, let me tell you. It's so tasty. Is Dort like in your arm still? Like
Yeah.
I think Kendra's like, oh, hey, yeah, it's not what it's.
We were trying lipstick, right?
Yeah, I have a great color brand that like doesn't come off at all, and I was just showing.
Yes, we were Megan just showing exactly.
Yeah,
that's what it was, Pete.
Look, no lipstick on her, all lipstick on me.
Exactly, 100%, Pete. Don't jump to conclusions here, Puffer.
Kendra, I thought we were friends.
We are.
Wait, you know each other?
Oh, yeah, we work in the same mall.
Oh, it's just kind of a big mall.
Yeah, but like, look, I'm sorry. I've Pete, like, I was just, look, Pete, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not over her, and she's not over me. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm drunk.
She's drunk. Don't believe what she says.
Don't believe everything I said because there's
sometimes you have 2 or 3 too many marks with your bros, and you just kiss them a little on the mouth. It happens. Pete, no, wait. And Megan starts crying a little because she's realizing that this sham is about right. Like Pete isn't buying it. She's going, Pete, wait. Wait, Pete, no, I'm so sorry. And she gets out of her seat and she like grabs at Pete. Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
I'm like, let go. You know what, Kendra? You're paying full price from now on.
I had a discount.
And I storm off with Dort.
Oh no.
Is that the end of that scene?
Yeah, I think so. Because do you think that feels like a positive outcome for you for like getting out of this like weird marriage thing, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure. Also, because we are at the half-hour mark left, I think we're only going to do one round.
Sounds good.
So we can actually finish the game. So,
sounds good.
Okay.
So let's just really push it over the edge. I think because we'll keep on the same clockwise rotation that it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want a negative outcome.
Ooh, okay.
So give me what you got.
Oh, mine's the death one. It's a pretty drastic one. Tragedy, death out of the blue.
No, you don't have to give me that one, but like give me set the scene for me because I chose the outcome.
Okay, the negative outcome. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Negative outcome.
Ting, you can help on this too.
Perhaps it's the direct aftermath of Pete, storming off. And we pick up right where that previous scene ended, and we're still at the Chili's.
Yeah.
And like I'm crying, and you're shocked, and you just confess that you're still in love with me, and you think I'm still in love with you, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe like.
Also, I think since we have an element of chase, wasn't that one of the ones I was chosen is the chase one?
Yes.
I think Kendra's gonna. Okay, I think Kendra's gonna run off and chase after Pete.
Great, I love that. Yeah, and Megan's gonna run off and chase after Kendra.
In high heels.
Yeah, in high heels, exactly. And maybe Dort.
No,
leaps.
I think Pete saws Dort.
Cool.
Yeah, right. Cool. I don't think you ever. Yeah. So all right, so I think Kendra's gonna be like, oh no, my friendship, and then she's gonna look at you. She's like, I'm sorry, and then like throws down like a 20 or something for everything, and she's like, I gotta go, and she's gonna like run off. Yeah.
And I'm just in responding in character. Go ahead.
Yeah. She's just gonna run off. She's like, Pete, I'm sorry, man. We were married once, right? And and how far away is Pete now at this point? Like how? Like
probably not that far away.
Yeah.
And like when Pete hears you say that, like he stops, he's turns around, like shocked, and he's like, "What?"
Oh,
and that's when he drops the
dog.
The dog.
Dort. The
dog. Oh
no,
poor Dort, baby. I think Dort just lets out a little like, but he's okay for the time being.
Mm-hmm. No, for now.
The dog's been harmed in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
For now. And with that, I think what's my character's name again? Kendra. Why do I keep forgetting her name? And she's like, yeah, I thought you knew. Like, yeah, we were married right before. I told you when we were high in the movie theater, bro. Like, we were married for like 6 months.
You got high with my ex?
Hey,
Megan
you're here.
Yeah, Megan's shouting this. She's like running and shouting, but she's like stumbling a little over her heels. They're like 6 inches or whatever.
But yeah, Pete, I'm sorry. I thought when I was texting you, I thought it was her. So I'm sorry about this text from earlier.
So
yeah, I figured that out.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Hold on. That's why we got caught? Because you texted my husband?
I thought it was your phone number. Your names are like right next to each other in the, my address book here.
Hold on. You know Pete well enough to have his number?
Yeah.
And you got high together? What exactly is the nature of your relationship to each other? Pete, I feel betrayed.
I feel betrayed because he tried to hand me off basil the other day instead of weed.
Well,
That was her basil.
And that explains everything. That explains why I scarfed down an entire rotisserie chicken when we got home, and you just let me eat it over the garbage disposal like a cave woman.
Like a queen. That was the best night of your life.
Well, in some ways it was, but under false pretenses. So I suppose you could say we're all even, right? We've all hurt each other. We've all been betrayed by each other. So why can't things just go back to the way they were?
I don't know what they were before, but Pete, buddy, don't make me pay full price. I don't have that money. Please? No.
I need time to think about stuff.
Oh, but Pete, buddy, no. Okay, I'm gonna go. And then it's gonna be a sad look from Pete to Kendra to Pete to Dort. And then just sort of like just walk off. So yeah. And scene for that one.
Cool.
All right, Connie, I think it's your turn.
Great. I will set up that y'all get to choose an outcome.
Okay.
I think, do I have to use like a tilt card for this?
You don't have to use a tilt card per se, but I mean you don't have to use the exact card. You just have to use a setting element from that card. So it's not like one and done for each card. It's just like you have to, yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to use tragedy, death out of the blue. Perhaps, if that's okay with y'all, as the inspiration for my setup.
Ting, what do you think this outcome's going to be?
Oh, negative.
Okay. Right. I'll grab a negative card. Draw one card. Draw. Perfect. And I think the setup is that this is, again, content warning for animal death and discussion of that, but it's not going to be graphic. It's just the animal is dead. Dort has passed away. Maybe this is a few days after, right? And like Megan is, I'm assuming they broke up. Like Megan and Pete are no longer a thing. And Megan, to sort of add insult to injury, Dort has passed away because the very expensive surgical procedure that removed his butthole is what doomed him. So there's now, she decides to hold a small funeral, like to scatter his ashes in the mall, which was his favorite place, and where he climbed to fame and was recognized by the dog show judges at the mall. So she has an urn. This is the setup. And she is walking through the mall looking for an appropriate place to scatter the ashes. Yep. Yep. And whether or not either of you could be in the scene, you could like see her, or she could pass by, or you could like be in the area where she's scattering ashes for whatever reason. Yep. So Megan just sort of strolls. She sort of strolls very sadly in all black, the black Chanel boots this time, the black, like, shirt, the blouse. And she's strolling through the mall, like, like dabbing at her eyes with a perfect lace handkerchief. And she like reaches into the urn, scatters a little bit here, scatters a little bit there, continues crying. Oh, Dort. Oh, what's become of us? I'm divorced for the 7th time in my life.
The 7th time.
You're a jar of ashes. I have no wife, no husband, nothing to my name except for a 7-bedroom mansion I inherited from Pierre. Oh. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. And she pauses in front of the gym, perhaps not even realizing that she's there to scatter some ashes at the threshold.
Scattering ashes at the threshold of the gym. I think, yeah. Oh gosh, I think Kendra's gonna be like, it's just seeing this gray powder, and she thinks it's like a homeless person at first, just coming in and just doing it. I think it's just coming up. It's like she's sighing and grabbing like the dust bucket and like the broom in the bucket, and she's gonna go over. She's like, "Ma'am, we can't have." Hi.
I thought you ruined my life already when we divorced the first time. And now you've ruined it again by ripping my husband from my grasp.
I didn't do anything like that.
Well, you revealed our relationship, Kendra. How could you have done that to me?
I was in a state of emotional and mental inebriation.
Well, not that it matters anyway. Dort passed away.
Oh, no, not Dort. It's a sweet baby that did not know how to poop.
Nope, that's actually why. We're scattering. Oh. I'm scattering his ashes right now. And what are you doing with that broom and that sweep?
You're not here to... You're scattering them in the mall.
Well, this was where he loved to be.
I'm calling maintenance, and then
what?
I think
by the time, by the time that Pete walks up, and he's wearing all black, and he has a black T-shirt on with a airbrush picture of Dort on it. And he walks up and, here Megan, I got this for you, and it's another shirt. That's airbrush.
An airbrush T-shirt for Megan.
Yeah.
Megan takes it and goes, "Really? Of all the janitorial staff you could have called, him rubbing salt in the wound?"
I don't have control of who they send.
She looks at the T-shirt and goes, "You made this for Dort?" Well, thank you. I suppose we can put our differences aside. Just for this one day, this day of grieving. But it is a negative outcome, right?
Yeah.
So she says that and then goes, "Oh!" and drops the urn. And it smashes on the floor. No. And Dort goes everywhere.
No!
We're just all covered with Dort ash.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yep. My Chanel boots. This coat is bespoke.
No, it's be Dort.
Kendra.
I'm trying to. I
swear to God, I'm moving out of this backwater town. My life here is like this urn smashed all over the floor, staining my boots, ruining my custom-tailored Marianne Kate Gucci clothing. The two of you, maybe you deserve each other as friends, after all.
I think Kendra just kind of looks like at Peach is like, France? And it's like, do you want your complimentary fresh towel from?
Yes, I would, and a smoothie from the juice bar too, please.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna storm out of here. I came here to make a scene, and I will have my scene. God damn it!
All right, so smoothie and towel handed over.
She takes it, wipes herself off of splort, wipes splort off of her, hands the towel back, sips the smoothie, and goes, I bid the two of you adieu. And she turns and strides off.
Oh.
Leaving the mess, of course, periodically up.
Of course. All right. That is.
like-
Oh, what were you gonna say, Ting? I'm sorry.
So you want to get high later?
Yeah, let's do it. I think that's where it ends.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So since we're not doing a second round, which unfortunately we're running out of time, let's go ahead and do aftermath. What we do with aftermath is that we're gonna add up our positive those numbers that we saw before. So it's kind of like negative numbers. They say pluses, but like really, it's not. Let me read the rules real quick. Compare the values of your outcome cards to determine your character's fate. Read the results from the matching aftermath card until the end of your story. So basically, this is like more like an epilogue sort of situation.
Got it.
Pull up those cards. Show.
Ooh.
And you can choose. You can just hit choose. So basically, what we're going to do is we'll go around one at a time. Let me find my aftermath stuff. Even though the book is not the same as the game, because this is version 2.0. Just to consult. I think you have to add them together. On my playtest, I've never gotten this far, so I'm sorry in advance. Yeah, so basically you're going to have allocate rolling. So yeah, so basically what you're going to do is just look at your negative and positive outcomes, add those together, and then like maybe subtract whichever one's the smallest away. And then we'll choose. So basically you'll have either you can either get 1 to 12 or more in the blue, or the positive outcomes are or I'm sorry, 0 to 12 in the positive outcomes, and then 0 to 12 in the negative outcomes. And each of them is a little different. Who would like to go first?
So do we get to choose between a negative and a positive outcome?
So you get to add them. So let me pull up the rules again. Compare the values of your outcome cards to determine your character's fate. So I usually do, if I remember correctly, because like I said, I played this version and I never really finished this version before, so I'm still learning. I think you have to add everything together, and then like your whatever you have is like, let's say you have to negative like minus it away. So like, so I have a +2 and a +4 in my negative, and then I have a +1 in my positive. So my negatives are 6, but with that positive outcome that's 1, it's going to be a 5 in the red.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
So you kind of just like add them together like that.
Got it.
And I can go first if it makes it easier to
Sure.
Yeah. So let me just go ahead and deal that to myself. Where did I put that? Oh, where did I put it? I'm finding it. Hold on. Oh no, there it's. I put it on the table. All right. So my ending is desperate. Well, I've been whipped like a rented mule for starters, and I will remember this episode for all my diminished days. The lesson has been as profound as it has been painful. Nothing is ever going to be good again. So this is like
perfect.
Yeah. So I think Kendra really does really terrible with the multi-marketing stuff.
Oh God.
I don't know if he and her really like, they're kind of like, weed friends, but like that's about it. I think, she doesn't really get anywhere else in life, and she's just stuck working at Muscle Logic for the rest of her days. Until, and she never really, anything really happens. And that's about it for her. So I'm going to take that.
Cool.
So that was mine. So what's your number? Whoever.
I got a.
Yeah.
I got a 3.
Is that a blue 3 or a red 3?
Blue 3.
Oh, did you already pull it out?
Yep.
Nice. I'm gonna make it bigger. Go ahead and read it and tell us what that means, Ting.
So repulsive. Most likely, I'm not dead on the outside, but I'm sure as hell dead on the inside. The emotional or mental wounds I've suffered,
Oh God.
those will never heal. The future is a brick wall. Yeah, so Pete's not gonna trust, another woman anytime soon. It's gonna be just a single, lonely stoner slacker for a while. Just working at at the on the custodial staff of the mall, and then still dealing dealing drugs.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, Pete, buddy. So go ahead and take your card. So, and then Connie, what did you get?
Oh yeah, I got pathetic. This did not go well for me, and I'm going to suffer for it. Everyone is going to know about my malfeasance, my foolishness, my lack of common sense and decency. And I'm not 7, so she does not have a strong feeling she's also going to jail. I think what this means for Megan is she was humiliated. She got dumped. She skips town, but she can't skip. Everywhere she goes, they're like, wait, aren't you the person that married that 20-year-old kid? Isn't that kind of fucked up? And she's going to go, stop, I wasn't thinking straight at the time. She runs out of money from Pierre's estate and begins to spiral into a deep, dark hole of debt. And at the end of it, she ends up signing on as an ambassador for Sarah J.
I love it. All right, so I think that is Fiasco, y'all. That's the game.
So bleak. An F in the chat for everyone. Bleakity bleak.
Yep. That's it. Does go with the rails. Like if we had another round to actually play like Act 2, we could just really see how like it's just like nosedives.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oof.
What did y'all think? How was it your first time playing this game?
Yeah, that was really fun.
It was really fun. It was really interesting to toe the line between things you could establish and things you couldn't. Like the idea of like, oh, you can either set up or determine the outcome. It was a little hard when it was your turn if you chose outcome for other people to choose your setup. Because I feel like when like Morgan, for instance, when you decided you wanted to pick the outcome and it was up to me and Ting to choose the setup, I was like, I don't want to decide what your character is doing right now. I was like, I don't want to take the agency away from you. So that was interesting to play with, but it was really, really fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming and joining us. And thanks Huetopia. Thanks Miriam for being on the back end and helping us run this thing because Lord, no, I can't do it yet.
Yeah.
But we are going to have some outros now. So go ahead and we're going to start with Connie first. Go ahead and give us your outro, please.
Sounds good. Hi, everybody. My name is Connie. They, he, she. I am at by Connie Chong on Twitter, as well as at D&Daddy Issues on Tumblr. I am also the GM and executive producer for Transplater RPG, which you can find on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Tumblr. We are an all-trans, POC-led tabletop roleplay live stream. We stream every other Saturday at 3 p.m. Central on Twitch, and on our off Saturdays, I have a GM advice talk show. The next one is this Saturday, so that's the 15th at 3 p.m. CDT on Twitch. I'll be talking about player agency. You should tune in and follow us if you haven't already. And I'm gonna pass it on.
All right, Ting.
I'm Ting. I'm at the Ting 1000 on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Yeah, I play tabletop RPGs, and next month I'll be a regular player somewhere. It hasn't been announced yet, but
secrets.
Look forward to that.
Secrets. I love it. All right, thank you, Ting. And I'm Morgan. You can find me on all the socials at Serena Bezos. I'm here for, speaking of Huetopia, next week is Kahania, That will be at Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You'll see myself, Connie, and Bashir and Anino, and led by Miriam. So come watch us play that game. It's we're a bunch of disaster humans. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. And then Game Roulette will be back on Wednesday, October 26th for one night only, which is jammed by Simon and also made by him. It is basically, it's time for your Phelan Society annual ritual in Heavenly Ascension, but something's gone wrong. There are rumors that there's a traitor in your midst. How will you avert disaster? Which will you provide? Which one will prove yourself to be the most adored cat and earn the right to ascend? And which of you is secretly the most odious cat plotting to snatch the right from under everyone's whiskers? Yes, this is based off of Cats, the musical.
Oh my god.
So come back in 2 weeks for that.
It's gonna be a wild night.
It's gonna be fantastic.
Fantastic.
I'm a part of Actual Plays Balik Bayan game. We won't be going this Sunday, but the Sunday following that at 6:30 Pacific. That's a time zone, I think. I think that's the time. We'll be playing our last game of Balik Bayan, which is a post-colonial cyberpunk game based on the Philippines. So it's pretty fun. I have a podcast, Powered by Players, which is an actual play Powered by Apocalypse Games with a rotating diverse cast. We're currently releasing our Bluebeard's Brides episode, so if you like Mass or Bluebeard's Brides, give us a shot. We have more games coming out down the pipe. I think that's it. We're going to be rating All Nerds here during Unnatural Disasters. Unnatural Disasters is a Monster of the Week game that is ran by Simon, and it's an all BIMPOC experience. So buckle in, stay put, and we'll see you there. Thanks for joining us. Bye, y'all. Be good.